Alright, we are in the Wetlands, and we finished our quest, Fire Taboo. Now we're going to see if we can get this chest, but it might be a little tricky. Let's try it. Oh, we got 3, so that's not what we want. Oh, and I forgot she's got frost bolts. Alright, let's see if we can kill this guy really quick. It's going to be difficult. Did you just die already? My goodness. Alright, we killed one of them. And I don't think the caster's going to run all the way over here, so let's kill this one. I was getting ready to cast my fear, but it wouldn't come up. That damn fear wouldn't come up. Yes, Morpheus. Yes. Alright, let's kill this guy. Where did the other guy's body go? That doesn't matter. Let's just get over there. We do our food buff. We're just going to finish up these quests in the Wetlands, get to level 27. And then honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I have to think. What will I do next? I mean, I always like doing... Oh, we've got multiple ones. Ugh, stun, baby. Oh, take that. I can hit pretty hard sometimes. Ooh, who says that one-hand weapon can't do any damage? Alright, now if I can move, we can get what's in this chest. And a wand, which I can send to Zolcini. Alright. Just kill this guy, he's kind of right in my way, so let's take him out. So yeah, I mean, let's see what is this. Pretty good for a warlock. Good warlock wand. Some of my stuff actually sold. I'm up to almost 6 gold. I sold a bunch of Wrathband ore finally, which I was having a hard time selling, and I sold a couple other items, so I probably made maybe 2 gold in the auction house from last night. So that's good, because I was feeling like the auction house really wasn't doing me much good. But we finally sold a few things, so that's good. And we're just gonna, once we get to 27, I probably will go ahead and grab Piercing Owl, just as a, just so I can stun people and get away, peel them off me a little easier. It's also good for peeling mobs off other people too. So in parties and groups, you can save not just yourself, but people in your party as well. So, all right, let's slide over here. I don't want to have to contend with all of these gnolls. Seeing a lot of people posting for guilds in the game to get ready for Classic. Like, join our guild, we're gonna practice for Classic. I'm like, yeah, what's this? I got a text message. Just a reminder that my car payment's gonna be automatically withdrawn from my bank account. Woohoo! Take my money. Alright, let's go to... My car's actually almost paid off. I got about 6 months. And then my car will be all mine. That'll be nice, you know, when you don't have that extra car payment. It's nice. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and sell. He doesn't have anything. He's always good to check this guy because of the, you know, healing potions. Ooh, turn this volume down. Cool. Alright, is there anything we can sell? We can definitely get rid of this. We can get rid of that. We found a better cloak, actually. And we can get rid of those. Don't really need the wand, but I think I can sell the auction house, so we're not going to sell that. Get rid of that. I think that's it. 6.1 gold. Hello, Mr. Crocolisk. Yeah, if there's any way we could get any kind of hit rating, but I don't think there's a whole lot of hit rating to be had at pre-level 50 probably. Maybe there is. I'm gonna have to like do some researching to see. But really hit rate, if I'm gonna be dual wielding all the way to 60, which is what I plan on doing, it would be nice to try to find some hit rating from somewhere. This guy should give me one more quest, actually, to get our element or herbalism sword, which I didn't even know that thing existed. There it is. Requires 100 herbalism. Can you believe that? Ooh, but this is mail. Yeah, it's not really that useful, but it sells for 16. This does sell for 26 silver, so we'll probably go for the sword. 12.9 damage. That's actually not that bad. I mean, what's mine? Yeah, that's not as good as what I have, but still. Kill 8 fen creepers. Okay, now fen creepers are all over the place in the water, so see, like these swords here, so they're kind of spread out. But the swords on Questio, on this specific quest, are actually quite accurate, and usually they are very accurate, but where the sword is kind of where you need to go, you know. Fen creepers are pretty... Excuse me, they're fairly strong. Unless they're immune to bleed, so... You can see I took this one out quite easily. Ooh, shiny war axe. That'll sell for 11 silver. I wish I could get a shiny war axe off everybody I killed. Shiny. This quest was so hard to do on Northdale because there's so many people doing these quests that I could never find these guys. Somebody else had already... All I could find was their corpses. Everywhere I went, there were dead fen creepers. I'm not even kidding. It was so annoying. So see, my heroic's hitting for... This is a level 25 mob. He's only one level beneath me. And my heroic strike hit him for almost 200 damage. That's pretty good. So, pretty happy with that, actually. Alright, now we're just going to head over towards... We'll see if we can get Sita's bag. Hopefully I'm high enough level. We need to clear down to the bottom of that tomb. You want to get the more powerful oozes there at the bottom. They have a much, much, much higher drop rate of the bag. The quest is not difficult, but if you try to do it like most people do and just kill the oozes outside instead of all the way down inside that tomb, it'll take you forever. Well, it can take you forever. You might get lucky. The drop rate's not going to be that good. You don't want to kill these guys, these black oozes. Curious if there's a sword here now. So the swords don't cover every area. Actually, these you can gouge, so these you can't bleed, which is surprising, but you can. And they always have a bunch of junk, fill up your inventory, a bunch of crap. Miss. Just the off chance that I didn't loot all these all. Okay, I did. So that's stupid. This. The stuff they drop's worth absolutely nothing at all. One of the cats came in here. Cyrus? I'm not sure where he went. Ah, they're so sneaky. Sneaking. I might want to actually start pulling with my bow a little bit, just to make sure that I don't get two of them. Just kind of a pain to have to eat after every battle. See, there's so many of them down here. We'll hit 27 pretty soon. I'm debating whether I really want to grab... I love Piercing Howl, but I just hate spending a point at something that isn't going to be getting me closer to... Well, it is getting me closer to Enrage. I would just be skipping one of the points on Battle Shout. So I guess it's not that bad. These are the ones you want, the monstrous uses. Now, these are the ones that have a better chance. This is going to be tough, though. I don't really want to get like 10 billion of these guys, but these are the ones that have the better chance of getting the bag. And there's 3 of them right there, so we don't really want to pull 3. That might be definitely... Might be. That definitely will be too much. Good, we can grab this one. Get off of here. Here, I'll be right back. Come here. Come on. You can't be here, Cyrus, okay? Come on. It's all right. Get out here, okay? Just pause. Thought he was being sneaky. He was like climbed up my desk and he was behind my laptop, behind the laptop screen, and I have the light turned off in here, so it's pretty dark. So it was just like sneaky. They're level 25. I'm gonna give it a go. We'll see if we can take both. I hope. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh crap! This could be difficult. In fact, this is gonna be really difficult. Okay, we got one down, right? I hope. Come on, just die. I shouldn't have done that. Alright, we're going to try to hamstring one. And then we're going to try to hamstring the other. And then we're going to run. And that's not working. We're dead. We're so dead. Well, I didn't realize that I was going to get 3 of them there. I did kill one of them, though. So at least I can go back and hopefully res and kill the other 2. Although you saw, they do pretty good damage. But there were 3 of them. I think I can kill them. I got 2 minutes on my potion, though. Ah, man. Yeah, we'll see. Can throw on a scroll of protection. There's not really much else I can do. There's no way I can kill 3. The worst part is the other one's going to start respawning. Hey, Lucky, what's up? I just got my ass whooped by 3 monstrous oozes. 3 monstrous trolls. But it's alright. I mean, this is pretty tough down here by myself, and I didn't think I was going to get 3 there on that pool, and now they're starting to respawn behind me, which is going to make it, look at this, which is going to make it even more of a pain in the butt, because I was here, so this is going to be tricky. I think if I res right in this corner, I should be okay, I hope. Now, if I try to kill those 2, I'm going to try to pull one with my bow. I only got 2 minutes left in my swords, so I'm going to go ahead and rebuff these guys. Potion's back up, so I got the potion. Oh shit, this one respawned. Oh boy. I think it's probably safer if I just head out. Trying to kill these 2 might not be worth it. Oh, you think? Hell yeah. We got a large green sack. That's just an 8 slot, though, isn't it? Oh, it's a 10 slot bag. That's pretty nice, actually. My druid can use that. You said GTA? Grand Theft Auto? Why is my chat's not working correctly? Let me pause this. Test. There we go. Alright, so now we got another one on me. Damn. And another one. Yeah, I think it's best just to work my way out of here. Maybe I'll come back here when I'm 28 or something. You gotta be patient. There's no sense of risking myself in this situation and getting killed when I know I can come back in a couple levels and it'll be probably easy for me at that point. Yeah, I've never played Grand Theft Auto. Of course, it's one of those games that in the history of video games is pretty, you know, well known and will go down as one of the better games ever made, I guess. Had a huge following, but I never played it. Not much into car games. Ooh, man. Oh, and their seed is bag. That's kind of funny, because I got it off of Crimson, which they have a higher chance than the other ones. So that was pretty fortuitous. They have a higher chance than just the regular oozes. The black oozes, but the best chance is the monstrous oozes. So, hey Rick, what's up? I found what the bag or the, yeah you get it. Their best chance to get the bag is off of these guys down here, the monstrous oozes, but they're just, you know, at my level, by myself, it's a little tricky because there's a lot of oozes around here, and when you go down to that room, even if you pull them, you're probably going to get 3 of them. Are you saying he got Grand Theft Auto? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Rick, but Grand Theft Auto. But that series has been going on around forever. All right, let's go ahead. And 2 more. Welcome to the party, guys. It's funny how they have so much oil on them. Apparently these guys are made out of ooze and propane. Where's the forests? That's not what I wanted. This one. Okay. Yeah, these black goose have the lowest drop chance for Cetus bag. Alright, now we can finally get out of here, hopefully. Now we've got to finish our... We must finish all of our quests. Basically, when you're looking for the fen creepers, you just kind of want to walk through the water. Of course, you're going to end up getting some of these crocolisks, but they're not too tough. Oof. My Coke is gone. I need another Coke. I also need more. I need more cloth. I got a lot more cloth. So Pantheon Rise of the Fallen put out their newsletter today, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't too impressed. I mean, the one thing with Pantheon that I think the game's got a lot of great ideas, but one thing that's not impressing me is the spell animations and the particle effects they're doing for their spells. I don't really like the style they're going for. I find it very jarring. I don't know how to explain it, but their spell effects, like they'll have like a shaman casting like a water spell, and it almost looks like acid coming out of the ground. It doesn't look really like water to me. There's a Fen Lord and the Fen Lord's door, and I'm not really happy. If you guys have never played Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Google that on YouTube. Google Dragon's Dogma spell animations. It has some of the best spell animations in the game. Do I really want to take on this level? Well, he's only level 20. Is he like a rare? No, he's just 20. Let's take him. Oh, there's 3 of them over here. I don't want to take on 3 of them. Oh, we got this jack off as well to take care of. All right. Yeah. What's up, Ken? I'm just trying to finish some of these quests in the wetlands. Get my herbalism sword. Oh, level 27. Look at me go. Alright, I'm stuck. I can't move. Alright, we need to kill a fen creeper, not a fen lord, so let's keep going. Thanks, man. And the question is, do I want to go with Piercing Howl, which will help me to basically get away when I'm getting my ass whooped? Well, and it'll also help in parties if I want to save other people that are getting their ass whooped and they want to run away. Or do I just skip it? I think I'll probably just get it. I think it's too useful not to get. So, I'm going to grab Piercing Howl. Put that right here. Key bindings. That will be Shift R. Right? So, middle mouse. Alright. Okay, give me some fen creepers. Give me the creeper. This one right there. That's a fen dweller. Where there's dwellers, there's creepers. Just have to scare the creeper out. Come on, creeper. Alright, don't come out, you bastard. The fen creepers, literally, you won't see them until you're right on top of them. They just materialize. They just come out of like a rogue out of thin air, you know. This guy looks like he saw me. Dwellers, 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 but we want creepers. Give me the creepers. Let's take out some raptors, man. We got 25. Man, we got multiple groups of raptors here. That's got quite a few raptors over here, actually. We can also get these giant wetlands crocodiles. We have a quest for those as well. That gives me some leggings that are an upgrade. And here's a fen creeper. Shit, I was just gonna kill him. Some guy came over and killed him. So I didn't even see him. Was it a rogue or something? Well, that kind of pisses me off. I was just gonna kill that guy. Let's try this hunter over here. No, that's my guy. No, don't you dare attack him. Oh, fucking son of a... Nah! And I'm out of Coke. Damn it. Need to to go grab a Coke. Alright, here's another one. And he's dead. Shit. I hate hunters unless I'm playing a hunter. 2 reasons. 1, they can easily outpull me. And 3, they usually play shittier than I do. And they're like total huntards. And I'm just like... It's like, you can outpull me, but you don't even know how to play your class. Oh, so frustrating. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta get a soda. Be right back. Can't breathe. I can't breathe. All right. What, Amber? Oh. All right, my girlfriend needs help. So let me, with the laundry, folding some water. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and just log out so I don't get killed, but I'll be back in a couple minutes. again if you have more. I know. All right, cool. I'm back. My girlfriend's going on a trip with her friend to go concert tomorrow, so she needs some help doing some folding some laundry, packing to go on her trip. You know what that means? That means I'm going to be home all alone tomorrow night and Saturday night. Means lots of gaming. But, alright, so where's my soda? Yeah, soda. Why did it not log me in? I clicked OK. Oh, God, come on. Really? Really? The server's so effed up sometimes. Now, for some reason, it's not wanting to let me in. Come on. You bastard! Let's go to Northdale. I haven't been logged into Northdale in forever. There it is. My first 60 paladin, right? First 60.
I had that grumpy. The cat jumped on my chest and then he came off and scratched my chest.
That bastard cat.
Rat bastard. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's alright. Well, this sucks. I can't get back into the server, and I don't want to shut down the client. Well, I guess I can. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me cancel this. Let's go ahead and just try logging in from the main screen. The trials and tribulations. Success. Is the server down? Alright, I'm going to check Discord real quick. Shooting for your level 20 on your warrior tonight? Nice. Got a 17. Sweet. You've been playing like a lot, dude. I just wanted to get maybe to like, let's see, the stream, I think I was 26 when the stream started. So let's fix that. I just want to get like, I don't know, it'd be cool to get up to 28. Maybe do another level. Let me check Discord really quick. I want to see if there's a notification on the server about them bringing down the server, or if it's just login issues. It seems like it's probably just login issues. But if they were going to bring down the server, usually they put a notification up. Announcements. Silverhead is back online. That was yesterday. General. Dead server. 5 minutes ETA. That was almost instant. How long does it take to receive now? Okay. Yeah, so the server went down. Nobody really knows why. Looks like it just crashed. Usually when this is the case, they usually get it back up pretty quick. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at some Fury Warrior. Fury Warrior leveling guides. Let's look at... Actually, you know what I wanted to look at is vanilla WoW gear that has hit, hit rating or percent hit. Hit rating warrior. I want gear though. Let's do vanilla WoW hit gear. That link is pretty much a waste of time. Well, Dark Shoulders, I think that's like Skolamons, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, these are like level 6. That's the problem, is you really don't get much hit rating in vanilla until you get to like 50 plus, At low levels, you're pretty much just kind of screwed. We cannot get into the server. Here, we'll check this out, guys. So if I log into my other account, and this would be the first server. I think it was Lightbringer. This is the first server I played on. This is the first server that when they went to Light's Hope that they put up was Lightbringer. And this is the first character I created, which was a Paladin. So I got this Paladin, I leveled all the way to 60 as protection, right? And then I leveled up, we got a Rogue, Hunter, Mage, Druid, Priest. Here's a 39 Druid. Here's another Paladin that was 28. Here's a 47 Priest that I leveled up. And then if you go to Northdale, I'm not sure if I have anybody. Lonely Noob. And then if we go to Silverhand, of course, there'd be nobody. So I've actually leveled up 260 paladins on Lightsoap servers. Alright, now change realm. Population is low. Alright, looks like we're back in finally. Excuse me. Coca-Cola. Yeah, I'd like to get to 28. What we need to do now is we need to kill these alligators. Hello. GS, whoever GS is, hello. You're killing crocodiles. Die, you bastard. So we're doing what people would recommend you don't do when you level a Fury Warrior is use dual wield. Most people will tell you when you're leveling Fury Warrior in vanilla to use one weapon. Use a single two-handed weapon because... Just basically because... the hit rating, you know, you're gonna miss a lot with two one-hand weapons. But you know, I enjoy the attack speed of using multiple weapons, so that's why I'm doing it. And I play for fun, not for speed and all that funny stuff. So who cares? The important thing to me is that you're actually enjoying the game. All right, so there's another giant one. There's another giant one. Looks like most of the giant ones respawned after the server came back up. I might just reset them. I'm not sure. Which is a good thing. Yeah, I love playing the Paladin. I mean, I played Protection Paladin. I was just saying I leveled up 260 prop Paladins. When Classic comes out, I'll be playing a Paladin and a Priest and a Hunter. And who knows, I may do a Warrior, may do a Rogue, may do a Druid, but those would be secondary. My primary classes that I will for sure be playing will be Paladin, then Hunter, then Priest. And I'll be playing them all kind of at the same time, just rotating on rest time. Barrel of melon juice. Think about it, melon juice probably sells for 5 silver for 1. It's pretty expensive stuff, man. Maybe not 5 silver, maybe 3 silver. Sometimes you get a Murloc. Sometimes you'll see an alligator in the water, but there's a lot of Murlocs down there too, so you gotta be careful. Let's go ahead and skip the melon juice, even though it is worth probably a good 5 silver, 5 to 10 silver. Let's see if we can get our Fen Creepers. There we go. You can't decide. Wait, you said trying to find out what to roll, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, have you ever played Vanilla World of Warcraft before, GS? Because I mean, obviously, if you have, then that plays a big part in it. Yeah, so then you already have some idea of kind of the classes you enjoy playing. It really comes down to playing something that you're really familiar with that you like, or playing something that maybe you haven't played before just because you want something new. You know, it always comes down to those two things. I'm playing the Fury Warrior right now, just kind of remember how to play a Fury Warrior in Vanilla WoW, and just because I haven't done it in like a long time, since 2006 is the last time I kind of really leveled up a Fury Warrior in Vanilla WoW, so that's why I'm doing this. And it's okay, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm enjoying it. It was frustrating for a while, but now that I kind of understand the mechanics better and kind of refresh my memory, you know, I think it's not too bad. And I can understand my limitations, which are many. Yeah, casters are really fun. Honestly, Mage, I would say out of all the classes, like I'm going to do Paladin, probably Priest and Hunter. I mean, those are not set in stone, but there's a pretty good chance those are the ones I'm going to do. But outside of those three, probably the other class that I would most likely play would be a Mage. And it's a close race between the mage and the druid, but I've played druids quite a bit in vanilla, and they're a little bit less fun leveling because they don't hit as hard. And mage has sheep, and you know, and mage can AoE level. It's just there's a lot of kind of interesting, fun things about mages. And they can make food and water, which saves you so much money, and also makes everybody else around you happy because you're like a, you know, a vending machine, and everybody loves you for it. I think going from rogue to mage is like kind of a nice transition. I mean, they're opposites. I mean, let's face it, rogue mage is like they hate each other basically. Excuse me. Like when you're PvPing on a rogue, the one class you probably don't want to see a lot really is either another rogue or a mage. Those are two of the toughest matchups for a rogue. I don't know why it wouldn't be viable unless you're just worried about the population of the servers. So I think it'll be viable. Although they have changed the mobs. You know, in Classic, that's one of the things that are different. There are more mobs that cast spells, so AoE leveling will not be as easy, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. There's a lot more mobs that are casting, and there's also mobs that are pathing in a lot further distances. So there's two things right there that will make AoEing more difficult and more treacherous and more dangerous. You know. Alright, so now we just need to get our 2 fen creepers, and then I think we're done, right? Let me check my log. Yeah, this is complete. I'm probably not going to do the fall of done motor. We'll see. Oh, is that true? You're saying the 5 second doesn't work in Classic? Yeah, I saw that. I definitely saw that the regen was slower, but I didn't know that the 5 second rule that it doesn't apply. I didn't know that, but I did know that the regen rate's slower, like quite a bit slower, and that people were talking about. I mean, leveling in Classic is going to be more difficult than leveling on these servers, and I think that's great. I mean, honestly, I think that's awesome because you're taking a game that's already people like me who've played on private vanilla servers the past 2.5, 3 years. Actually, it might even be longer. I got to think about it, but. You know, it's kind of boring for us to go into Classic and just do the exact same thing over and again, you know? So it was cool to see that they're making changes to make it a little more difficult. They're making raid bosses make more sense. Like raid bosses that are, like if you see a raid boss that has a ton of plate armor, like in original vanilla World of Warcraft, he may not have a high armor, or his physical resistance may not be any different than his magical resistance. But what they're doing is they're tweaking it so that his physical resistance would be really high, but his magical resistance would be not as high because he is in full plate. And vice versa. If you see a character in a bunch of like robes and stuff, and in necklaces and jewelry, he's probably going to have better magic resistance than physical resistance. And that stuff didn't exist in the original World of Warcraft. But yeah, definitely the mana regeneration is slower. I've seen that several people say that. And I didn't really experience it because I played a hunter, although, I didn't really notice it on my hunter. I played a hunter and a paladin in the Classic beta, and I didn't really notice it too much on my hunter, to be honest. The hunter felt pretty much the same to me. I don't know about that. I didn't see... Okay, I'll tell you one thing. The aggro range was smaller. Certain areas in the beta, in the Classic, or the aggro range was definitely not as large. And that kind of... And I even reported that as I thought that was... I didn't really say it was above, but I reported it as something I didn't like. Because that's kind of what made vanilla kind of tough, is you could easily aggro 3, 4, 5 people. And I felt certain areas, especially the starter areas, were much more forgiving, like much more forgiving. The human starter area over by the grapes, where you pick up those buckets of grapes. Man, those guys, I walked through a field in the Classic, and I only aggroed like 2, and I know for a fact on this server I would have aggroed like 5 or 6 guys, the way I was walking through that field. I don't know. I don't agree with that, though. I have been playing for the past probably almost 3 years, and I just showed these guys kind of my account, and I've got multiple 60s, lots of 30s, 40s, on these servers. I mean, I'd say about 20 or 30 different characters I've leveled up on vanilla over the past 3 years. And I think I'm pretty versed in the difficulty of the mobs. And so when I played the beta, the beta classic, I did not notice that. I really didn't. I didn't notice that. I felt like, oh, this is easier. It felt pretty much the same to me. I'm like, other than the aggro range, I did notice the pathers were different. The pathing, and I also noticed it's much more difficult to face a mob. So here, I'll show you what I mean. If I go up to this Moss-Side Trapper here, and let's say I hit him. Let's say there's like 5 guys behind him right now. I don't want him to run back their way. And in this instance of this vanilla server, when he runs, he's always going to run away from me. So he's going to turn around and do a 180. Now, it sucks because I can't show you what I really mean because I'm rooted. But normally what I would do is I would just, I would run around. I would do this, and I would run around this way and face him that way. That way he'd run away from the mobs that are behind me. That's much more difficult to do in the classic client. Because in the classic client, they don't always run straight back. Sometimes they run straight at a right angle. So they if I'm the mob and I'm fighting me, right? He would turn and run this way, or he would turn and run maybe like this way. Usually, what I saw is he would turn and run straight back, which is what you would expect him to do. But the opposite of that was he would turn and run straight to the right, and that can be weird. But definitely facing them was much more difficult. As you ran around, like this tree's the mob, as you ran around him, he spun so fast. It was so hard to get him face the right direction. You almost had to wait when he was mid, combat animation or spell animation, so he couldn't turn because he was in an animation. And then you could move around him, and then when he got out of his animation, he would turn towards you. So facing mobs definitely was a lot more difficult. Kind of irritated me, actually. But that was something for sure that I noticed. Because in here, I can face these guys super easy. Look at this. Watch this. And I'm just going to target myself, right? He's right here, right? If I want to turn him around, it's easy. I just do that. Now he's facing the other direction. If I want to turn him here, it's super easy. You cannot do this in the classic. He will like spin so fast, it's hard to get him to face the direction. It's hard to explain without you see what I mean. Just in classic, try it, and you'll find out exactly right away what I'm talking about. Alright, so we are done. Let's turn in this quest. And then we'll head back to the other area and turn in those quests. Yeah, cool. It'll be interesting. I think what's one of the things that they haven't really answered is what's the capacity of the server is going to be. The private vanilla servers have gone up as high as I've seen Northdale with a population as high as 14,500, which is the highest pop I've ever seen on any private server. And I sure as hell don't want to see that on a World of Warcraft Classic client. I mean, this game's scaled such that in the original version of the game, 2,500 to 3,500 was usually what you were going to see. 3,500 would be like max pop, right? You wouldn't really ever go over that. That would be a crowded server, right? This server, right, is currently at 1,000, which would be considered like, if you looked at the server list in World of Warcraft, it would be considered low to medium pop. If you were at like, I'd say over 2,000, I'd say if you were at 2,000, it's probably considered high population, right? And if you were like over 3,000, it would probably be listed as full. So that's one thing I'm curious about is what the population is going to be. I'm hoping they keep it true to what it was originally, because the game's not, unless they've changed the spawn rate and the amount of spawns. And even then, it's not like you've changed the real estate. There's still the same amount of space between one camp and the other. So just throwing more monsters in there isn't really going to solve the problem, especially when you're running into just tons and tons of frost mages that want to AoE. What if you want to AoE and the server's got a ton of frost mages on it? It's going to be almost impossible. What if you don't want to AoE? You're just trying to kill some mobs for a quest, and they're over here pulling everything with their AoE. So that's something I'm not sure what they're going to do with population, and I don't think they've talked about it. Tank DPS, Shadowfang Keep. I really need to get to Stormwind and just do stockades. It's been tough getting a group in this server, actually. That's part of it, but still, remember the zones and everything's was created to handle around that pod. But I wouldn't be upset with 5K. Honestly, 5K would be fine with me. In fact, I've actually, if you've ever watched any of my videos, I've been quoted as saying before that I think 6K I'd be even okay with, as high as 6,000. But anything above that, I would be adamantly against that. So anything above 6K, I would be very unhappy with. Shadowfang Keep. I'm kind of high for Shadowfang Keep. I probably would do it, but actually I'm probably going to jump offline here in about 20 minutes and take a break. I got some stuff I got to do. Then I'll come back later and maybe play a little bit more. Alright, so let's... This chest piece is not really an upgrade for me. Oh no, the Shining Sword breastplate. So we're just going to buy the sword so we can vendor it. XP was... I guess it's okay, 2650. Hey, what's up, Tony? Druid, yeah, Druid's fun. Well, I'm a big lover of Night Elves, just because when I first played World of Warcraft back in 2004 when it first came out. Plus, I played in the beta too, on Doomhammer. I played Night Elf. I really like Night Elf. I just like the way their characters look in armor, and I really like their starter zone. You know, I just like the Night Elf zone. I think it's pretty cool. I like Shadow Meld quite a bit. Can get you out of trouble in a lot of different things, but it just depends. I think it's not so much a question of Tauren or Night Elf. If it was me, it's more a question of which faction do you like better. I mean, if you're thinking which one of those, really to me, it's like, well, do you want to be a Horde or do you want to be an Alliance? Because between the two factions, Tauren's got a nice ratio with the Stomp, and really it's just, it's the faction, unless you're opposed to the look of the Tauren. Some people don't like the way Taurens look, maybe a little too big, or the females are ugly, or whatever. I tend to play female characters because I'm a guy and I don't want to sit around looking at some character in game's ass the whole time while I'm playing a video game. I'd rather look at a chick. Plus, they're a little smaller, and I don't want them to take up as much room on the screen. It's easier to see around them, stuff like that. That's one of the reasons I don't like Taurens. Is it's just they take up a larger space on the screen. So sometimes, if there's a lot of players around, it's a little bit harder to see around and stuff like that. Yeah, so like I said, I think, do you want to be Tauren, or do you want to be a Horde, or do you want to be Alliance? For the Horde! Remember in that video when he goes, for the Alliance, and you're like, what? The Alliance never say that. But I love Druids, dude. I mean, for me, I'd actually go Night Elf. I think the Night Elf, the Moonglade teleport for Night Elf is more beneficial, as I think it's closer to Retharon Village. So I'm pretty sure, you have to double check me on that, but I'm pretty sure, well, where's the map at? If you're just looking at it from that point of view, like leveling ease, I mean, here's, it's right here, isn't it? Moonglade's right here on the map, and if you look at Teldrassil, where you start off as a druid, So like it's really nice that you're really close to Moonglade. So when you do your teleport to Moonglade, and then you fly back to Rethron Village, that's where you fly back from Moonglade. So from that point of view, it's a lot faster to move back and forth. And having the Moonglade on a druid for any druid, right, is awesome because you can have your Moonglade port on this continent over on Kalimdor, and then of course you can have your Hearth set to the Eastern Kingdoms, and that way you can easily jump to either continent very quickly between your Hearth and your Moonglade teleport, which is so helpful. It's really helpful. But I'd go Night Elf. But that's just because I like Night Elves, And I do like Shadow Meld. I think it comes in really handy. And if you're going to play PvP server, then it really comes in handy because you'll be running down roads and stuff, and you'll see people coming up higher level than you, and you're like, man, if I run by these guys, they're probably going to kill me. And you can just kind of run off the trail, Shadow Meld, let them go by, and then be on your merry way. So that's pretty useful. And of course, when you die as a Night Elf, you have a 50% faster. Is it 50%? I think it's 50% faster travel speed when you're dead. So that makes it easier to get back to your corpse. So that's also another benefit. But I agree with you, GS. I kind of think that they would probably lean towards having the max around 5K. I think people have played the vanilla. If they're smart, if Blizzard's smart and have looked at the numbers on the vanilla servers, they've seen that the populations have been very high, and they should know that most people are probably going to be okay with 5K. Like this server, when I got on this server last weekend on Sunday, it was around 3,500, and I gotta admit, it felt a little dead. And it had 3,500 people on it, and it still felt a little dead. But I've been playing on Northdale for so long, where every time I log in, it's like 9K, 10K. This it's almost triple. So, of course it's going to feel dead after that. Can't believe I picked this hairstyle. I really, really hate this hairstyle. I mean, it looks good in the front, but it looks like shit in the back. Looks like I got a horse mane. Usually I just go with the other ponytail. What gear do I have on my paladin? Oh, my paladin doesn't have the best gear. I got her to 60 and I kind of jumped off and played other characters. So I didn't bother like taking her through like many dungeons and stuff and gearing her up. So she just has like, oh, here, I'll show you. I'll show you what she's got. She can AoE like nobody's business, though. She's completely built to AoE. What is this? Oh, this is Sita's bag. I don't even remember what you get. Holy man, look at my inventory. That's a clusterfuck if I ever saw one. Okay, I know we can sell this. That we want. Sita's bag. Most of the stuff I want, which is funny. This we're going to sell. So. Ooh, 35 silver. Now, the ooze cover bag is just, it's a 10 slot bag too. That's soulbound, right? Yeah. Okay, so we can replace some of my larger sacks with that and send that. Let's do that. Well, I can't do it right now because I have too much crap in my inventory. Holy crap. This quest is killing me, this warrior quest, with all this shit I gotta hold for this warrior quest. If you're talking about my paladin on these servers, GS, if that's what you're talking about, I just got him to 60 and I really didn't do. I did a few UBRS or BRD runs. I didn't really, do too much. I really didn't gear up that much, but I'll show you what I was rocking as far as just doing AoE, right? Where am I? In Duskwood? So what you're looking at here is Skull Flame Shield with Thorium Shield Spike. The cool thing with, yeah, I've got one paladin on this server, 60 paladin on this server, and then I've got another 60 paladin with the same name on a different account on the other server, I think. I've got one on Northdale and one on, I can't remember the name, on Lightbringer. And I've just got Gauntlets of Valor, you know, Lightforged Belt, Leg Place Eternal Guardian, Shale. These are pretty nice, actually. Although a lot of people will tell you that dodge isn't that great for a protection paladin, because you're not, if you're dodging attacks, you don't have a chance to actually block attacks, which is reflecting damage back. But because I'm setting my paladins to be like farmers, my paladin's not really meant to be a raid prop paladin. She's set up to be to farm, so like to really go and attack as many people as once and just kill them over and over again and farm gold and items for my other characters. That's kind of the way I set her up, and it's fun. I really enjoy playing her that way. So my stuff is more around staying alive and being able to take on as many people as I want. You know, so I haven't played her in forever, so what do we got here? So basically I can just, you know, I can judge light on a mob. And here too, if you, of course I'm just crushing these guys, but the thing that's interesting here, and let's go ahead and I'll show you something that's really fun, is close. I don't want threat. Okay, here we go. Now let's clear this out, reset. God, it's been so long since I played this character. But I want you to look at the KTM window. I just want you to look at the healing. Now it's showing the healing I'm receiving, right? You can see the healing numbers scrolling up, plus 30, plus 30, plus 35, plus 49, plus 30, plus... You know, you see that, right? So I've already got 19 heals so far in this combat. 19 heals coming my way, right? Oh, I don't want to use hammer, that's a waste. So my setup is built a lot around healing. So see here, I received 23 heals during these fights, and I healed for 255 health, right? A lot of that comes from, obviously, Judgment of Light on the target, but it also comes from this weapon here. I've got a Wrath Size that a chance on hit to steal 45 life, plus I've also got life stealing on it, which is also going to steal life. Also, when I block attacks, sometimes the Skull Flame Shield here is going to heal me for 35. Plus, if you have a Judgment of Light on a target and you're using Seal of Righteousness, let's go ahead and look at Seal of Righteousness. Where's that? Seal of Righteous. The Righteous. Oh, where is it? Seal of the Righteous. Okay, let's see. Okay, fills the paladin with Holy Spirit, granting them a melee attack, additional 18 to 40 holy damage. Unleashing the Seal of... Okay, so what happens is when you hit with Seal of Light, your regular weapon attack, right, can proc your Judgment of Light, which can heal you, right? But your Seal of Light grants each melee attack an additional holy damage. So the holy damage from that attack can also proc, so you can actually get double heals coming back from your Judgment of Light. I can also get heals coming back from my life stealing. So that's 3 possible heals on one swing of my weapon. I can also steal life, which I can double proc both of these as well. So that's 4 heals that could possibly come back, right? And then I've got another heal that comes back from my shield. And I'm forgetting there's another heal somewhere because I know that with my setup I can actually get 6 heals. I can actually go up to a mob swing once and receive 6 heals coming back, which is insane, right? And so this character is really set up to AoE, you know, just set up to survive. And also I can weapon swap, right? So here I've got another weapon, you know, which this one just does a little bit more damage. You know, it's like 39.5 damage per second, where this one's only 37. And this one also launches a bolt of frost at the enemy. And then I like to use the other thing that's really fun is this one here. This is almost a mandatory if you want to do like AoE protection paladin. Has a 2% chance of when you strike of protecting you with a holy shield. That 2% doesn't seem like a lot, but when I'm like AoEing like 10 or 12 mobs at once, I'm getting hit so often that'll proc multiple times, and that absorbs about, you know, I think anywhere from like 150 to maybe 200 damage. So that's actually really nice too. Just other same like Grand Marshal, you know. What is my defense at? Doesn't really tell you. And if you look at, let's see, if we go to, where's that? My spell book. My attack is very low chance to crit. My block right now is only 6.8. But if I throw up, I'm placing a sanctuary. Let me go up against this mom. You know, as soon as I sit, right? I don't know if he'll proc a crit on me. On these servers, you can sit to get the crit, right? And as soon as it crits, it's going to proc. But this guy's such a low level, he's not procking. Of course, I can throw in my Holy Shield. And then my chance. So basically, if I sit, it's going to proc like another, like, it's going to proc 30%. Your chance to block is going to increase by 30%. And then we're going to throw up Holy Shield, which is going to increase my chance to block by 30%. So then you're looking at 60% chance to block, plus your inherent block, which is 6.8. So 66.8% chance to block pretty much anytime you want on a vanilla server. It's pretty easy to do, you know. Fireball. So that's pretty cool. You can do a lot of stuff, and this is an engineer too, so I can also, you know, throw dynamite and stuff, which is all a lot of fun. I think I'm out of dynamite right now, but you get the idea. It's mostly this character. I call it a reflection paladin, you know, because I'm like reflecting damage. I mean, if you throw up Blessing of Sanctuary, you know, you're going to be reflecting damage, and of course you have Retribution Aura, which is going to reflect damage. Your shield. Every time you block with your shield, you're reflecting damage back as well. You got Consecration on the ground, which is doing damage. So there's all kinds of things. Like I can go up to this guy and just, you know, throw it on Consecrate. You know, and let me sit. I wish I could get a crit off of this guy. You know. It's hard. See, you don't see a lot of damage coming. You see all of these different sources of damage there. It's fun when I tank like a bunch that are like my level. And when I take a bunch that are my level, you can see stuff like there. My Thorm Shield spike him, Blessing of Sanctuary hit him. You know, Consecration's hitting him. You know, yeah, it's all cool stuff. I love Protection Paladins, by far my favorite. Which is funny because when I originally played World of Warcraft, I never played. When I originally played World of Warcraft, I never played a Protection Paladin. I was funny because I actually dug through my old WTF folders because I still have them. I still have copies of the original. Some of the original WTF folders I had under the original, you know, servers that I was playing on back in vanilla. And I actually did, and I found some screenshots too, where I actually did have a level 30 paladin, which I didn't even know I had. And I had her, it's maybe like after like 6 months of playing, you know, maybe somewhere in 2005. And then I saw a screenshot of my characters on the same server around a year and a half later, and she was gone. So at some point I deleted her. So when I came back and played, wow, you know, I came back and played, I can't remember what I was going to say, but when I came back and started and looking at that stuff, when I came back and played vanilla on the private servers, that's what I was going to say. When I came back and started playing on vanilla private servers, I was like, oh, I'll check out a paladin. I don't remember ever really playing a paladin. And of course, nobody tells you to level prot. Everybody's going to tell you that's not the way to level a paladin. People are going to tell you to level like red or something, you know, or just roll a healer and heal people. And I always pick the worst ways to level. That's just the way I am. I'm like, well, I want to level prot. When I'm playing an MMO, if I can use a sword to shield, that's probably the character I'll play. I love swords and shields, so I really need to do something about this inventory. This is a real clusterfuck. But yeah, prop pally is so much fun. You set them up right, like, you know, what I really wanted to get, and I didn't get a chance. I want to get, you know, if I can get the foe hammer and whatever it's called, and get the multiple weapons that have multiple chances to proc an additional attack, and get the trinket that gives me a chance to proc additional attack. Man, dude, I could clean house. You know, I could just destroy groups of mobs. But some of those things are, you know, are very hard to get.
What's on your
mind? Ret's awesome, dude. You like Ret? Ret's fun, but dude, prop pally all the way. My favorite part playing the Protection Paladin is when I get to like around level 55 and I get some Horde warrior that attacks me. Usually they'll beat me because the warrior's got an advantage over me with fear and everything, and they just hit a lot harder. But I have killed a few warriors, and I'm sure they were sitting at their computer going, "What just happened?" Because they didn't expect a Protection Paladin to be that difficult to kill, you know. But like any kind of caster just destroys me. A warlock laughs at me. Just fear, dot, dot, fear, dot, dot, and I can't even touch a warlock. It's pretty sad, actually. Oh, there's just... I can't deal with all these stupid quest items.
Off with you.
Alright, so what else do we have to... We have another one to turn in over here, yeah. That's where we get our new, we're going to get our new leggings over here. Yeah, my first character in Classic will be a Paladin. The reason I'm rolling the Paladin is what I was telling you. Because I create the Paladin to farm for other characters. And it's also a fun character to have in a guild because I can tank pretty well in the Paladin. And so, you know, and pretty much in any dungeon, I mean, I've tanked a BRD on the Paladin, and I did a pretty good job, you know. And of course, if you're tanking like Skolo and Stratham and all that, it's even going to be better because you're just so much better against undead. I mean, at that point, you know, you've got your taunt, and your exorcism is a pretty decent taunt against undead. But check out these leggings. These are pretty sweet. So my leggings are 155 armor. These are 163, but they have 7 strength, 3 agility, 3 stamina, and these have only 5 strength and 5 stamina, but 3 agility. It's going to increase my chance to crit. So I'm definitely going to go down that road. And then we'll learn how to cook the crocodilist gumbo. Alright, let's put these on. Question is now, what am I going to do? Level 27. I still think going back to Darkshire, right? No, we need to go to Stormwind. Let's go ahead and head to Stormwind. I need to deal with my inventory situation, which is just a disaster right now. Probably should be looking to try to buy some better bags. Look at that, though. Ken, I'm up to 7.3 gold. What was I at, like 50 silver, just like the day before yesterday? Do I have everything figured out, GS? Oh, man, no way. No, I do not have everything figured out. I just know the way I like to play. I play, like I said before, I play WoW to have fun, so I'm not trying to race anybody. I'm not trying to be better than other players, really. I look at what do I want to accomplish and how do I want to accomplish it, and that's how I play the game. You know, and I really like having 3 characters that have good synergy between them. Like, the Paladin can really grind out, like, cloth and ore really quickly in the beginning. Like, when she's, like, level 30, I can grind all that stuff out. So I can get up my priests. I always do enchanting and tailoring on my priests. So I can get her shit up really fast. As long as when she's level 10, she can just literally sit in Stormwind at level 10 and be my banker. And I'll just send her greens and cloth, like, tons and just buttloads of it. And she'll raise her tailoring until she can't raise it anymore. And she'll raise her enchanting until she can't raise it anymore. And then, of course, I have to go level up to 20. So then I can get to the next level of tailoring and enchanting because you have limits in vanilla. You can't go any higher than, like, what, 150 until you're like level 20. So, you know, it's that kind of stuff you have to deal with. But I like that. And then also the hunter is pretty good because she's the skinner. So a lot of the stuff that, you know, a tailor or a engineer, you know, engineers even use leather sometimes. So, you know, so the hunter can help gather leather for them for their professions. And I think if you're going to do a hunter in a vanilla, I think you should just really be a leather worker because some of the armors are pretty good. Black Dragon skill set's a pretty good entry-level set for Molten Core, so. Yeah, this inventory situation's just not working. I'll probably cook up all the food and just vendor it. That should get me close to 8 gold, maybe. Well, I got 15, 16, 17, 18. I've only got the tender crocodile meat, though. Like, tender. Oh, so 11. This sells for 1 silver for 1, so 11 of those is 11 silver. These sell for 1.5 silver per, so they actually sell better, even though I'm sure the buff's the same. It's funny how the Curiously Tasty Omelet sells for more than the Crocodile Gumbo. I guess people don't like eating crocodile as much as they like eating a raptor. Or the egg, I guess. Thanks for the subscription, GS. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, man. I'm lazy. I don't do all the pretty videos like people do. I don't do the top 10 lists. Top 10 best things you should do in Classic WoW. Top 10 most unheard of items found in Classic WoW. Top 10 things to make your girl love you more. Yeah, I don't do those videos. Maybe one of these days I'll do a few videos. We'll see. I'm sure if I did, I'd probably get more subscribers. There's some cool stuff though. When you're leveling up a prop pally, there's quite a lot of cool. That's like this cool thing about Vanilla WoW. I think that's probably one of the best things is the diversity of gear. There's a lot of different types of cool little trinkets and weapons and items, and you kind of mix and match things. There's a lot of, you can play around with a lot of stuff in Vanilla WoW, and I don't think I know it's not as, there just isn't as much cool stuff in retail. And maybe there is now, but I quit playing retail a long time ago. Let's see how many people we got now. This is about as low as the population gets on this realm, about 1,400. But man, it sure seems dead. Excuse me. Oh, this Coke's giving me gas. But yeah, it sure seems dead. I do have the Legend of Stalvin, so I can start working on that. Let's put a few things up in the auction house. I think I had the wand. Now, what was it? Alt? That's it. Alt right click. Puts it in there. And there is no willow branch. Seems like a pretty fair price. Because it's got shadow damage, or extra shadow damage. What else do I want to sell? I don't think there's anything else here really that I wanted to sell. Nope. That was pretty much it. Screwed up my tree, man. Don't do what I did and put these 2 points at the top level arms, because not until you're done with Fury. I'm going to have to create a banker just to clean up my inventory situation.
Hey there.
Actually getting quite a lot of ore. Yeah, I take my time. I chill, you know. I mean, I'm a computer programmer, so during the day I code, and by the time I get home from work, I'm usually pretty tired and, you know, mentally, and I just want to kind of relax, you know. And my way of relaxing is getting in here and just kind of playing, you know, enjoying the game. So it helps me relax. This large green sack, we can send this to my druid. And there's no hot spices in here, is there? Lean wolf flank. Let's. I think I need to take care of my. I think I need to work on my blacksmithing. Just to clear out my inventory, you know, a little bit. Let's get. Alright, cool. Food. We don't. I know we actually might need some of that cloth. Stupid quest items, man. I'm telling you, they're very annoying. We'll sell that. What else can we get rid of here? Get rid of that. Crockless meat. That should be good. Wait, what's this?
You need something?
Cool. Cool. Get your degree. Computer science for the win. Yeah, I've been writing code since 93. Let's sell this. 7.36. Actually, I was sold the Rethban ore, so I should probably put all this stuff back up. Yeah, dude, man, I'm writing all this crazy client-side crap. I don't really like client-side programming in JavaScript and all the frameworks we're doing now, and jQuery and Node.js and all. I miss the days of just coding in C# and C++ and writing server-side stuff. It was a lot less fucking around with browsers and stupid stuff. Oh well, that's the way it is if you're doing web stuff. Oh, it looks it looks nice at night in Stormwind. By the might of Stormwind. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that moon. I want a t-shirt that just says I'd rather be an Azeroth. I'm gonna have someone to make a few of those. Yeah, I code mostly C# right now. I'm working on a game for Unity, I'm doing that in C#. Army of Balloon. You know, let me see if I can get. Can I get a guild invite? Where's Lethal? That's the same guild my druid's in. Can I want to get in that guild. That hopefully I can get some groups together, you know. Oh, I forgot my druid's probably got a bunch of my ore to send that she needs to send to me. Let me go over and check on the stuff that my druid's got. It's just a concept. It's like basically like a simple RPG. I'm just working on like a video game slash where I want to basically create. I want to start off just creating one village called the Village of Breck. I'm doing that in Blender, and then I want to go into Unity and come up with kind of an RPG slash MMO style combat system. So I want to create like, you know, a basic combat system, and then create like one enemy, you know, one NPC, and just start working through the basics, you know. How to track the numbers, how to do the combat, how to have the spell animations, how to link together and chain together the walk cycles into the jump cycles, into the swinging my sword, and making it all smooth. And I've got most of the resources. Like I basically go around and I find tutorials and videos, and I've got lots of classes I'm going through too on Udemy. Damn, that's a loud bell. And so I'm going through a lot of stuff to help me. And Jesus, that bell's loud. So it's all cool, but yeah, there's like the little intricacies of Unity that I've been able. Luckily, YouTube is such a great resource nowadays. You know, I've been able to find great videos and how to do specific things I'm trying to do. You know, like how do I transition smoothly from a jump cycle down into a walk cycle, or a run cycle to a walk cycle, or a run cycle into a jump, and certain things like that. And You know, maybe just doing the third-party camera, attach the camera to the player, all those types of things, you know. There's so much to learn, you know. But it's all just a hobby on the side, you know. But it's fun stuff. I've got another channel called The World of Oslar, but I just haven't put any content up yet because I'm not ready. Dude, I still got a lot of skilling up to do before I really be fully ready. Let's take a look at this really quickly. I think I sent a bunch of stuff to this character. See, like this that I need to return to Shady Hacks so she can actually make use of this stuff. And we'll take the bag. We'll certainly use that. And what else we got here? This is level 15. Yeah, we can go ahead and hold on to that, I think. Send back the mossy gate, send back the copper bars, send back the silk. Ooh. Oh, this is what, Jahara? Hey, Ken, I got your ceremonial leather gloves. Nice, level 10. Sweet. Better than the gloves I had. And then I sent me the ceremonial loincloth, so I got 2 ceremonial items, right? And we know what that looks like. I'll be like half naked with that. Well, you can't see it because I have a robe on, but we need the ceremonial chest piece. And then Zalston sent me this, but that's level 16. We can go ahead and grab some of these things out of here, though. I probably should leave most of it in the bank, in the mailbox, though. And leather, not worried about any of this. Is this hot spice? Is mild? Okay, here, return. That should work. Oh, wait. I saw a gem. Return. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's just a concept. It's a proof of concept. It's really going through a few small pieces of what would be in a game and just trying to learn, you know, those parts of the game system, you know. I was looking at using the Unreal Engine. The problem with the Unreal Engine is it's just so slow. I mean, it's a much bigger, it's been around a long time. It's very bloated. The footprint's a lot bigger. I mean, it takes like freaking, 8 minutes to compile the source code. You know, if I pull down like a sample project and my local computer just try to build it and run it in the engine, it literally takes like 8 minutes. But I'm getting a new computer in November, so that'll speed it up. But it's been around a long time. They really need to rewrite that game engine. And Unity's is quite a bit better as far as like just the speed. And of course, Unity used to be so much worse. I mean, Unity was a far cry from Unreal, but now it's actually really caught up pretty fast. And then of course you've got the other one, which is the Godot engine, which is actually, oh my God. Installing that's like putting an application on a Macintosh. You just download the file, the zip, right? And you just like extract it, and that's it. You extract the exe and you just run it. You don't need an account. You don't need to install it. It's like only like 60 meg on your hard drive, and it runs in like a couple seconds. And when you compile and build your code, it's fast. I mean, it's super fast. And it actually looks pretty good. Go to YouTube and do a search for the Godot FPS sample, and it's pretty impressive what they can do with it. But it's I think I'm going to stick with Unity just because Unity has a lot more resources. Unity's been around a long time. Not a long time. It's been around a pretty long time. And there's just a lot of good resources out there for Unity, so there's really no need to use Godot right now, but I will definitely keep my eye on it for the future. And if it does get to the point where I feel like it's close enough, then I might switch to that just because it's a lot. And it's totally free. Completely free. You can pull down the source code. I can go in, I can open it up, I can modify the source code, and I can recompile it, build my own games, and they get nothing. I don't have to pay them a cent. It's totally open source, totally free, which is really nice. Okay, so I hope oh God, my inventory's a little bit of a mess. Well, we've got this bag, which we really don't need, and we can cook up this food and then vendor it, so let's do that. Let's check the master cook guy up here. The master cooking recipes. All right, Murloc fin soup, already known. Okay, I don't know beer-basted boar ribs, but that's too low level. I don't care. That's too low level. This one I already got. This one I already know. And this one, okay, cool. I'm good. I know it all. I'm one hell of a cook. All right, hot spices. 15.
See you later.
Oh, I got rid of all my meat. I threw all my meat in the bank. Okay, well, I just bought that for nothing. That's all good. We actually, yeah, that's fine. Deal with it later. I was thinking I didn't get rid of the meat and I wanted to clear my inventory space, but I already got rid of it, so that's fine. So I just blew up my inventory with one more wasted spot. You want me to write down the Godo? Yeah, sure. Here, I'll... Yeah, check it out. It's super cool. I gotta get off here pretty soon, guys. My girlfriend's leaving tomorrow at 6 a.m. and I want to spend a little bit of time with her before she totally disappears for a couple days. Yeah, no problem, dude. Okay, so what are we gonna make? What are we gonna do? I don't follow guides on this stuff, which means I'm probably gonna level it as fast as I can, but that's because I really don't care, and because I know I can farm stuff pretty easily. We got quite a bit of copper bars. Let's go ahead and smelt the rest of our stuff here. 115 mining. Yeah, we need, what is it, 125 for iron, I think. I can probably just sell this bag. Oh no, I can't remember if I've got a 10 slot in my bank though. Probably shouldn't sell right yet, just yet. This is level 60 blacksmithing. Oh, I live in Florida right now, but I was born in Illinois and lived in Chicago for quite a while. But I'm from Illinois originally, but I've been living in Florida for about 15 years. I'm right about St. Pete, Tampa. St. Pete, Tampa area in Florida, in the U.S., good old U.S. Us lazy, fat Americans. Yes. Coca-Cola, woohoo! It's all right. My girlfriend's got some cousins that I think are in Sweden. I actually hoping to travel to Sweden here, and hopefully in the next couple years. She's got some cousins or uncles or some relatives in Sweden, and they're sheep farmers, I think. Wool, I don't know, something like that. Oops, I hit my forward button. That was a mistake. Yeah, I've never been. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna head over to Sweden, hopefully, and check it out. I like France a lot. I like Paris. And all right, so I know what we're really gonna need, right? Is we're definitely gonna need some grinding stones, but I really need more rough. I don't need more rough stone, but the problem is I've been using the rough stone for all my sharpening stones, so we can blow through getting. Here, 52. I don't care. We can get rid of these copper ants. I don't mind blowing copper bars because we're going to be able to farm ore really easy. Farming ore is really easy if you're like, if you got a character that farms pretty well. And most characters can pretty much farm. I guess the only character that really can't would be like a priest doesn't farm very well. Maybe a paladin healer. But as long as you have like a warrior or paladin, prop paladin or hunter, mage, you can farm pretty good. I'm talking about farming all the people in front of dead mines, just killing them, getting all the ore off of them, and also mining while you're in there. These probably sell for what, like 3 silver each? Oh, 67 copper, what a ripoff. Because 1 bar sells for what? Well, it sells for 10. I guess it's not as big a rip-off as I thought. Alright. Actually, let's hit the trainer real quick. He's right here. I am at 58. Alright, let's just get 2 more points, then we'll learn our scroll. This one here. Yeah, I would like to check out Stockholm. That'd be cool. Crap, I'm making all these and not raising my skill. Screw it. Let's just make a couple belts. I hate the fact that I made 3 and it didn't raise my skill when I could have just made 2 belts. It sucks. I'm just crafting stuff now because I'm just trying to clear out some of these, you know, the bars and stuff out of my inventory. I just don't want to look at it anymore. So, okay. Okay. Get lucky with these, and they make. Sometimes you can get lucky, and they'll make something that's like here, like these healing ones would, Holy Paladin would like those. Although at level 10, I mean, it's not like you're gonna be running it. Well, an instance at level 10, so Bear's pretty good. And another bear, so that's actually pretty lucky there. All right, guys, I'm gonna log off for a little bit. Like I said, my girlfriend's leaving, so I gotta spend some time with her. I may come back in a couple, like 2 hours, but I may not. It just depends. I'm just gonna run to the bank real quick and swap out some stuff here real fast. About level 27, we're not doing too bad. We do need to upgrade our weapons, but man, I can't really afford to pay much for weapons right now because I've got some training I need to do that's going to put a serious dent in my 7 gold. Charge rate 2 only gives me 6 more, it generates 6 more rage, which is nice. 6 more rage, that's going to get my combat started a lot better, you know what I mean? But it's 90 silver just for that one skill alone, and I've got a bunch of other skills I haven't trained yet. Let's also, yeah, we got the Wrathbound Suite, so I'll do this. Okay, so we got, someone's got them in there for pretty cheap. Damn. This is what you do when you don't want to compete with other people's shit. You just buy their stuff out. So they were selling this for around 12. I'm selling mine for around 17 each. Let's go ahead and sell. Now what you can do when you're leveling your blacksmith, when When you're leveling blacksmith on classic, make sure you have an enchanter. Like, I'll be leveling my paladin and my priest. So what I'll do is I'll make something like this, like the bear or the healing. More specifically, the bear. Level 10 item with +2 strength and +2 stamina doesn't seem that great, but then I'll have my priest put +5 stamina on it or something, or, you know, like something good on it, and so which makes it like a lot better, and then it becomes a lot more appealing, and people are more likely at that point to want to buy it. Let's grab the eggs so we can cook crocodile meat, and we don't really need this. Okay, actually I didn't grab any of this out of my inventory when I was over there. Okay, what else do we got? That's okay.
See you around.
Got 1 bar here. That'll probably fit, and 3 bars there.
How are you?
Sweet. Perfect. 15 even, but I still need 10 more hot spices. And we've got some wood right here, and we've got this right here. Yeah, I can. I'll see you, man. I'm going to jump off here in a sec. It's 4 a.m. there. Oh, shit. It's 10:15 p.m. here. Oh, yeah, I chill, dude. I'm pretty chill. I'm at exactly about 2 days. 2 days played. I'm going to have my cooking maxed here in a second. Won't be able to raise it really until we get to around level 40. We head over to Tenaris and get our cooking quest. I might hold on to, well, the Curiously Tasty Omelet I'll sell because it sells for more money, which is kind of funny. So right now, like 10 of these will sell for 15 silver. And if I make these, the calculus gumbo, it doesn't sell for as much. So let's say 4 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, just for comparison purposes. So 4 of these Curious Taste Omelet sells for 6 silver, and 4 of these only sells for what? 2.8. Oh, sorry, wrong one. 4 of these only sells for 4 silver. So we want to vendor the tasty omelets because they're the same. They both give 6 stamina and 6 spirit for 15 minutes. People just don't like to eat crocodile meat apparently as much as they like eggs, which probably is pretty true in real life. So these, the Curiously Tasty omelets, sell for more. So I will vendor these to the vendor.
You need something?
All right, and I'll hold on to this and just use it as maybe a buff food. We also have 7 more here, so we'll sell that. So we're getting close to spec to 7 gold. And another thing we can do, I don't know if I really need low-level linen cloth. So if I wanted, I could make bandages out of that and just vendor it, but I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do with that.
Well met.
This isn't going to be worth much of anything, the eagle, so we're just going to vendor that. And we still need some more, Still need some more hot spices to cook with the rest of my food, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, that's it, guys. I will catch you later. Good talking to you, GS. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 2 days isn't bad. You know, like, I'm level 27. Heck, I'm almost halfway to 60 in 2 days. But as you know, it's going to slow down. I mean, once you get to like 40, it starts to slow down quite a bit. But it also gets a lot more fun, though. The higher you get, the more, I think, the more fun it gets. You know, once you start, I mean, there's a point, really, the worst part leveling a veil for me has always been like 30 to like 38. Because there's just kind of this weird area where there's areas you can go to, but they're not really that great for leveling. They're okay. But once you get kind of closer to 40, then you're like, once you even get like 35, once you get 35, I think, then you're talking like, well, 40. So you really need to get to 40. You get to 40, you're talking the hinterlands. But But for me, I would want to be 43, so that's not going to work. So I'll have to think about it. But yeah, for me, it's going to be tough. Between 30 and 40 is going to be a little bit of a struggle. And once I get to around 43, then it's pretty much should be smooth sailing most of the way after that. All right, I'm out of here. Good night. Good night, CGS. Good night, Ken. Everybody else, have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.